Hello, greetings from HACC Financial Aid. Here we want to help you get started with what are your options for funding during your time at HACC. So some things we're going to go over during this brief presentation is the free application for federal student aid, also known as the FAFSA application, the Pennsylvania State Grant administered by FIA, HACC Foundation scholarships, private scholarships and alternative payments, and school district sponsorship. So let's get started. The first thing we want you to apply for is the FAFSA application. You can find this application at the website studentaid.gov, studentaid.gov. And I included the school code here, which is how you will find the school when you want to include it. And HACC school code is 003273. We're also going to look at the Pennsylvania State Grant website, so I'll give you just a brief look at what they look like. So when you go to their websites, this is the FAFSA application, studentaid.gov. It should look like this on a computer screen. There's also a phone app, so if you find the phone app, the screen will look different, but there is an app. Now this is the computer screen, and on the top right hand corner you'll see login, create account. So if it is your first time applying for FAFSA ever for any institution, you will create an account. Make sure you write down your FSA ID and your password. If it is not your first time applying for the FAFSA application, then you want to log in to your account and you just renew your application for the coming school year. Just a reminder in case you didn't know. The FAFSA application is always available the year before the school year you're actually applying for. So, for example, if you're applying for the coming school year in the fall, that application was available ever since October of the year before that. So you can apply as soon as possible before your classes begin. We recommend applying no later than a month before your classes begin because the process can take as late as a month, can be 2 to 3 weeks, but it can take a little longer depending on what we might need from you, additional requirements. Now let's look at the Pennsylvania State Grant website. This is FEA.org, PHEAA.org, and on the left picture should be the one as soon as you log in on a computer screen. The first box on the bottom section is the state grant where you will apply for it. The right-hand picture shows you what that should look like for you to apply. To apply, it is on the top, that oval. And for summer state grant, you also need to apply separately. So after you apply for FAFSA, FAFSA sends it over to FIA. If you take classes in the fall and the spring, if you're eligible, right, they'll provide it for fall and spring, but for summer, you need to apply separately. So the summer one is on that second picture, the fourth link. It says Pennsylvania Summer State Grant Program, and you can apply there. It'll have all the deadlines and any additional information you might need. Grant. After you've applied for the FAFSA, now you can apply for HACC Foundation scholarships. So these HACC scholarships are solely only for HACC students. And you can find these when you log into your MyHACC account. One of the tabs in the MyHACC says Scholarships Academic Works, and when you click there, it's going to look like the right hand side, General Application. And when the application is open, usually it'll ask you for your general information, and then you can fill it out. We see there's deadlines. You need to complete a FAFSA in order to be able to complete the HACC Foundation scholarships. Other scholarships, alternative payments. So at our website, hacc.edu, when you look for the tuition, we also have a link for scholarships. We provide recommended websites for scholarships that you can apply for. They are outside of HACC. And you can look anywhere. There should be scholarships for everything and anything in the internet, but just make sure that you're checking for red flags. If they're charging you money to give you money, that could be a red flag. Other payments, other alternatives would be loans if you wanted to use student loans. The FAFSA offers federal student loans and also a federal Pell Grant, but if you were not eligible for those loans or if you needed additional loans to that, FIA also offers student loans. And you'll go to the same link, same website, same area, and you'll see the student loans options. You can also opt for private loans, which would be like your personal bank, Sallie Mae loans, Wells Fargo, among others. And one more thing we recommend is if you are working somewhere, if you are a dependent student and your parents are working somewhere, make sure whether or not they provide school educational assistance or tuition reimbursement, and that will definitely help you for paying your tuition. And to conclude, last but not least, certificate of residency. So certificate of residency has to do with the county you have lived in and how long you have lived there. So the districts we have listed here on this screen. If you see your school district here, you may be eligible for school district sponsorship, and if you are, they will pay a portion of your tuition. So if you go to our website, www.hacc.edu, go to the search bar, type in school district sponsorship, click on the link that says just that, and you're going to look for your school district in that site, contact your school district to see what the requirements might be, how to apply, and your school district will notify HACC, and if you're eligible, they will apply that to your account. Now that is all for today. If you needed something to be more described, more in depth, please feel free to contact us at our email, financialaid@hacc.edu, or you can give us a call. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.